Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Florida's offense takes the field. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Creates a little space. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He might want another play. Now the play fake. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Touch pass on the jet sweep. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The running back has it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Handoff from the shotgun. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it. That breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson.
Going right to work up top.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might as well give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 40.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Gator.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he... in the touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. RPO complete to open the drive.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Noles are in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back on the move.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the quarterback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to him again. At the 35, he's loose. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here we go. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Looking for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The give to the right. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The play action fake. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw again. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Gators are flying down the field. The snap sets up the throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to go up top on first down. And here's the third interception of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The Noles can really attack on this second and short. It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They kick it away on fourth down. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
Well, the quarterback dropped back, read the coverage, and realized there was nobody even close to his tight end over on the outside of the field. So simple pitch and catch, and that's an easy 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moffitt. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
A shot toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The sure hands. It's Booker. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. I think the defense was ready for that quarterback sneak attempt. They filled every gap and stood up the offensive line.
And you got to get such penetration really quickly. Get low, get below those offensive linemen, and just create a pile where he can't drive his feet going forward. Great job by the defense.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On the move, he fires. Working on the right. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still... far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The give. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
That's That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Throws for the tight end. Got a man, it's Booker. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Somehow fits it into that traffic. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged in the middle. It's Booker. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Finds his man down the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly complete. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on second down. Soft spot in the middle. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive going to the air. Hit as he throws. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the Gators have chalked down, and they've put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got his man. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. To the air on first down. Swings it out to the flat. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Got his man. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with a tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Going over the top. Makes the grab inside the 30. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.